tercer día y estoy finalmente con una de las bandas que más habéis pedido. Estoy con the one, the only, Jacoby from Papa Roach. Welcome to Resurrection Fest for the first time.
It's good to be here.
We want you to be here for so long, we do all these polls during the year, and so people can vote with which one is the band that they want that lineup, and your Papa Roach comes always on the first.
That's great. That's great news. I'm glad we're finally here. Sorry for making you guys wait so long, but it's going to be a banger tonight. I promise you. I promise you. Be well worth the wait.
Yeah. You know what? I saw you like a couple of years ago in another festival, and that was the first time I got to see Papa Roach, and it really got my attention. The energy you have on stage.
Yeah.
It's like time didn't happen for you. It's like you were so energetic. It's amazing. So I can't help but ask you how you prepare physically and mentally for such a huge performances.
It's just I flip a switch inside my mind, and we want people to forget about time while we're performing. They're like, oh, it happened so fast. Why did you play longer? I'm like, we just played an hour and 15 minutes. What do you mean? They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, you just entertained the whole time.
Right.
I really love Prince. Prince and Queen are two of my favorites, but Prince in particular was one of those artists where if you watch one of his performances, it's always high energy and there's always something happening. There's always some kind of musical interlude. There's no silence. It's always like action packed. And, I feel like that's what the fans pay for, is to be entertained. And, for me, I try to take care of my physical health. I go run and stuff like that. I do a little
food.
a little bit,
It's harder too. Right?
Yeah, I like to eat some candy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like a little fat boy, little chocolate, Come on, dude, I don't like a little chocolate, But yeah, I try to take care of myself, so I could do this for many years.
Right. You actually, there's something very particular about Papa Roach, and that's the way that you evolve with the industry and you adapt to the changes. Like, for example, these days you have a TikTok, which I follow you, and it's amazing what you do. And I think people, like young generations, are discovering Papa Roach through that, because that's where they are at the moment. Who is behind that? Is you the one that said, okay, we're going to set up a TikTok account, for example, or you have a marketing person behind you say, yeah, you should do this, you should do that?
If I had my way, I'd never be on social media, to be completely honest. But it's our team, you know what I mean? I have a younger brother who's been part of our team for the last 10 years. And he's been really a big part of our social media. He grew up a different era, right? And so we embrace it now. It's like we know that it's a way to connect with our fans, and we know that these devices that people have in their hands, it's like it's hard to put.
Call phones.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Got the phones in their hand, the computer, the leash. We know that's in their hands. So. Fucking why not be part of that experience for the people? And it's been a fun time because, like I said earlier, I never want to be on it, but now it's like, it's been kind of fun to express the humor of who we are through social media and connect with new fans. And we see in the front row, it's like, yo, we got young fans coming out to the P Roach show. It's fucking...
That's amazing. That's what keeps you alive as well, and probably inspires you a lot.
Absolutely.
Even that,
totally. I mean, it's like when we've been doing this for so many years, it's like to see the fan base still be in the front row, be young, it's inspiring. It's like there is a future for Papa Roach. I remember when I was going to see Red Hot Chili Peppers, 10 years ago, and you looked in the front row and it was all young.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want that. I want to speak to the next generation of rock fans. And fortunately, we've been able to do that, and it's like we got some music that's timeless. For instance, Last Resort, that song is just always, people are discovering it now.
On TikTok.
All the time, and it gives us an opportunity to go make new music and then draw them into what we are now and who we are. And we've really done something special, I'm super grateful.
But also your lyrics it's always talking about very touchy subjects and mental health mostly.
Yeah.
And how much that is of personal. You know, it's personal for you.
Most of it,
Most of it.
yeah, most of it is, and it's crazy how life works when you're authentic and honest and open and vulnerable, how it's connected me so deeply to so many people throughout the world through these songs, and understanding that, when you're feeling in a dark place and you're struggling and your mind is telling you all these negative things, when you put a piece of music on that speaks what you're feeling, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I got a community, I got people, I got other
not
people.
alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, and it's important to know that, especially with these phones,
Yeah.
and you just sitting in a room by yourself, you can feel real alone real quick.
Yeah.
And so the rock music, the music that we make, it inspires community. And this thing that we do when we get on that stage and we connect with people, that's the community, that's the culture, that's the fellowship, that's the family coming together. And I that's what I value the most, is getting on stage and connecting with people. Because you could connect through the phone and it's cool, or you could connect through some headphones and that's cool. But when you have this experience live, where we're in the same space, there's something powerful about it.
Yeah, it's emotional. It's different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and also like most of those lyrics, I'm sure that so many fans came to you and said, you know what,
Oh, yeah.
this song saved my life.
Oh yeah.
That might be a really strong feeling. It's like I can imagine that you're alone in your home, maybe on the studio, and you decide to write this sentence, this song for a specific reason, and that
Yeah.
suddenly is out there, and people is just feeling so related that they decide to make their right choice, maybe.
I'm grateful for that. Honestly, like, I prayed hard a lot over the last 20 years of my life of like, God, show me my purpose. I want to know if I'm living my life through God's will, right? And then I make music and connect with people, and they're saying that it's affected their life in a positive way. I go, that's what's up. We're on the mission together. And I didn't intend that in the beginning, but now I see it. And I think for me, it's like being a father has changed my perspective as how do I relate to my music, how I approach music, how I interact with people, how I treat people, and so it's been an evolution for me, because it used to be all about me. What can you give me? What can I get?
Right.
It's all about me. And
I know it's all about giving.
yeah, man, that's a dead end, man. When you could give and be part of, and breathe life into people and breathe life into this world, bam. That's why I'm still here.
That's why things come back.
That's it. Absolutely.
And how many times your music saved you or music saved you?
Oh yeah. I was making a record called The Connection, and this was the last time I finally quit drinking, right? And I was on the verge of divorce with my wife. I was kicked out of my house. I was living at my brother's house, and I was at like the bottom of the bottom for me, And the music was the only, because at that point in time I was not in a good way. I was really, really dark, depressed, and but the music, anytime I was like creating music, was the only time I felt any kind of peace, because it was just like my life had just completely unraveled, and I just became everything I didn't want to become, and the music was gave me a sense of hope. That was the only thing at that point in time, And then as I stayed sober and kept my life together, all these things that I had destroyed and all these relationships I had broken slowly started to like come back together, and my life became restored. And we didn't get divorced. My family was we came back together, like, you know what I mean? And it's because it was that was the moment in time where it was like, this is going to be over and it's done, and I'm done with this, and I'm just going to go disappear into a little dark hole, or I'm going to like rise. And that was the moment when we made that record, The Connection. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I decided to actually stay sober, and that to begin a spiritual journey. and that for me has been the spiritual element of my journey. Has been the thing that is consistent, that is like it keeps me on the path. It keeps me like trying to become a better person, and because like I said before, it's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me.
You know what? It's a very inspiring story, yours. Have you thought about?
It's inspiring, but it's like it's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon, but you know, you're a public figure, so obviously
yeah.
you're a role model for so many people. Have you ever thought about writing a book about it, or maybe even making a movie like Eminem did? You know, because it's so freaking inspiring. It is.
There's more to tell. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you this though. We did do we wrote a book, Papa Roach together. We came together, wrote a book, and it's about the first years of Papa Roach, from when we started as a band to when we became wildly popular during Infest and our first. So there's a book telling that story of us coming to become this just international sensation kind of crazy thing, and so that'll be coming out in 2025. And so yeah.
Oh my God, really?
It's done. It's been finished for like a year, but we just feel like we'd like to, you know, use it as a way to celebrate the 25th anniversary of our album. Fest.
About to ask you about that, if you were planning to do something, because come on, 25 years is so exciting. It's a lot of time.
Fuck yeah.
So much shit happened in the way, you know?
Lots to celebrate, you know, and as far as like a book for me, like maybe someday, you know, but I still got more of my story to tell before it's over.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Thank you for telling me this. And last question, and about the collabs. You've been doing collaborations worldwide, from The Who to With Deep Temptation to the collaboration man here. Is there anybody that you would like to collaborate with that you didn't have the chance yet? And someone like, I think that her voice, it will, you know, sound so good with mine, and doing some record for, I don't know.
I'd love to do something with The Prodigy. I've always like I've said it for years.
I see it.
At some point, I'm like, come on, let's do something. Like I just think it would be so sick. I'm a big fan of The Prodigy, and we're actually doing a cover of one of their songs tonight. That's how big of a fan I am.
Which one?
I can't tell you. Just come see the show.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be trapped here, but I would love to.
9 o'clock. You ain't gonna be trapped here. Come on, get out there and go see the show. But yeah, I think that would be dope. I'd love to collaborate with Yellow Wolf. He's one of my favorite rappers. I think he's dope as fuck. I don't know. There's a ton. I mean, Architects, another one. I think that would be sick. Maybe Bring Me the Horizon someday. Who knows? I dig that band. I like what they're up to. I really think they're doing something fresh. Honestly, I'd like to collaborate with Ollie on maybe have him direct one of our music videos. I think he's doing a great job with the music videos. I think he's very creative. I think it'd be sick to collab.
Oliver was here last year. We had the chance to talk for a little bit, and he's open. He's very open to, you know, other artists that are not metal, and like Ed Sheeran, and he's doing like a really amazing concept. And I think it's a completely different evolution of what the old metalheads, you know, used to do, like AC/DC and you know the classics. It's a completely new thing, and I think you will be a really good fit for that.
Oh yeah, totally. I think it'd be dope to do sometime. So Ollie, if you're checking this out, man, let's have you direct a Papa Roach music video. That would be sick.
Oh my God, that's good. That's good.
Calling him out.
Okay, Jacoby, thank you so much. We're going to let you go. We're going to let you have some rest before the show. I'm going to try to be there.
Go get a little food, warm up, and then fucking just smash this shit.
Do it, please.
Oh, we're going to. Trust me.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you,
This was Jacoby from Papa Roach, Yadia for Resurrection Fest TV 2023.